thank you very much for being part of the launch of the Brazil Mediation Circle, and of course participating in so many events. But of course, you haven't been part. Actually, there haven't been many events also. So it's been basically launches of circles and gatherings of circles, and that's the way it's going to be. But the World Mediators Conference will start on the 18th of May. So I'll send that schedule out, and you can participate. So this is what we're doing today: launch of the Brazil Mediation Circle, which is circle number 38 of the World Mediation Circle. And now what we have to do is, first of all, I don't know how much of the World Mediation Circle and the concept behind it you have followed. So what I'm going to do is, let me just put up the website, just a little bit about the World Mediation Circle. What I've done is I've used Google Translate and I've put it into Portuguese. I don't know whether it comes out all right or not. You can tell me if it's reading all right. Otherwise, you can say all that in Portuguese also, which I would want you to do. So this is what we did yesterday. This is the Benin Mediation Circle. So I don't know.
Wow, advogado, golfista, mediador, pacificador. Very nice.
Does it read all right?
That's you.
Yeah.
Advogado, golfer, mediator, and peacemaker.
Yeah. So mediatorvikram.com is where you'll find all this. I mean, you can connect all the social media link. I don't know if Manu knows already, but let's just go through it. And then we have different sections. So you have the section of the World Mediation Circle. This is what's happening in the year, date-wise, the various mediation circles which have been launched. Then you have a section on Ken Cloak, whatever events that he's participated in, because obviously his words of wisdom are important. Then for every year, so 2023, 2022, all the links to the YouTube recordings and everything is here. Similarly, you have 2021, then the YouTube channel, basically, again, talking about the different shows. Some lectures I had organized, they're there. And a little bit about mediation, the way I look at it. Then they have the Singapore Convention and a little bit about myself. So that's how it is, the website. So let's just go through the World Mediation Circle and what it is. And I'm going to ask you what your thoughts are. Right. So what is it? This is part of the resolution revolution and a worldwide web of mediation circles, and how that web works I will also tell you about that. And at some point of time, Malu, whenever you think you want to say everything in Portuguese, please let me know. Right.
Right. I will try to learn in the Indian language, but I think it's easier for you to learn Portuguese than to me to learn the Indian language.
I tell you,
But
let me tell you one thing. We have lots of official languages, because on our currency note we have about, I think, 22 languages on our currency note. So all of them are actually languages of, I mean, the recognized languages in the country. So I can't learn in my own country all the languages. So Portuguese, I don't know when that's going to happen.
But I have seen you speak in Spanish.
Yes, my
In your here
Google
in your
Translate.
audiences here, so Spanish and Portuguese is quite similar.
Malu, that is Google Translate.
It's Google Translate. Okay.
Yeah. So okay. So I mean, whenever you want to say all this, whatever I'm saying in Portuguese, you let me know. So basically, World Wide Web of mediation circles, a little definition of mediation, and I keep repeating myself. I don't know whether you've heard me say this, but the definition has been taken from the Singapore Convention, but I've added these three words here: these voluntary, informal, and trusted person, because these are important aspects of mediation which have been removed. And that is because the way mediation has developed through the court system, they have removed this, and that by itself affects mediation for me. So we are not going to go that direction. We are going to use these three aspects, the way we look at it. Then what is it? A humanistic approach. Now, again, I don't know whether the translation is coming out all right or not. So a humanistic approach to dispute resolution, where heart, soul, spirituality play an important role. And then we have basically, of course, people who, resolve their conflicts, disputes in an amicable manner and heal, strengthen relationships, the way we want to look at it. And then what do the mediation circles do? You're creating a safe space for people to have conversations, dialogue, collaboration, and consensus building. Now, these elements we keep out. Debates, activism, advocacy, keep them out. You have other spaces for that. Please do it there. This is not the space for that. This is a space for consensus building through dialogue. Then the larger objective is that you can redefine politics and you move away from divide and rule to consensus building with mediators as leaders. So that's kind of the long-term thing. I'm not saying that's going to happen immediately, but let's move in that direction. So that's how it is. So Malu, in Portuguese, what it is all about? You want to tell us?
Well, this is, é um círculo mundial de mediação, é uma rede mundial de círculos de mediação. A mediação em si é um processo voluntário, informal, independentemente da expressão utilizada ou da base sobre a qual o processo é realizado, através do qual as pessoas em litígio tentam chegar a uma resolução amigável do seu litígio com a assistência de uma pessoa de confiança, que normalmente é neutra, né? Ou de pessoas sem autoridade para impor-lhes uma solução. Na verdade, essa é a grande diferença, né? A mediação seria, se a gente for fazer um paralelo com o que acontece quando já existe um litígio, uma ação em andamento, a conciliação e mediação, ela seria a antessala, e que as partes focam o diálogo, as partes focam tirar ruídos de comunicação, principalmente, né, os chamados ruídos de comunicação, e tentam solucionar, porque quando vai para as mãos do magistrado, aí sim é uma determinação. Alguém resolve o conflito por você, né? Então, a mediação ela pode ser extrajudicial ou judicial. Quando judicial é quando já existe um conflito em andamento, né? E a extrajudicial, nós estamos aqui. Por quê? Why? Why I'm creating the mediation circles? That's where I am.
Perfect.
Eu estou criando círculos de mediação para trazer uma abordagem humanística baseada em valores morais, princípios e ética para a resolução de disputas, onde a espiritualidade do coração e da alma desempenham um papel importante. Os círculos de mediação ajudarão as pessoas a resolver suas disputas de maneira amigável e colaborativa e tentarão curar e fortalecer os relacionamentos. Os círculos de mediação são espaços seguros para conversas, diálogo, colaboração e construção de consenso sem debates, ativismo ou defesa de direitos. This is a very important thing you're saying here. The mediation circles are safe forums for dialogue, conversations, collaboration, and the construction of consensus without debates or activism, because isso realmente é muito importante, because we see the world today as a polarization. If you come to a mediation, you don't have to come with this feeling, with this polarization, because in the essence, we are all maybe we have different points of view, but we are people, we all live in the same world, and we all should work it out for something which is beyond all of the disputes, which is the common, o bem comum, né? That's what's the main importance here, né? A questão principal seria o bem comum, né? E tentar as pessoas acomodarem os seus diferentes pontos de vista, né? E os círculos de mediação redefinirão a política a nível local, nacional e global, passando do legado colonial de dividir e governar para a construção de um consenso com mediadores como líderes. That's very, very, very important thing you're saying here, that the mediation circles have to an importance when they will and when they will say the politics then in a local level, national level, or global, worldwide level. And that's the colonization, what you're saying here, that split to govern. That's very, very. I think this is dividir para governar. Acho que será uma coisa de Maquiavel, the Prince, something that's long time ago. Then when we study philosophy, we remember those methods. We see those methods that split to share.
Exactly.
Split to govern. That's a very mean technique. Well, and now we are here where?
Yeah. So where? Yeah.
Estou criando os círculos de mediação em escolas, faculdades, organizações e comunidades ao redor do mundo.
So you have
Baseado no local, negócios, organizacional, baseado em identidade, baseado em problemas, and so on.
Yes.
Né?
So now here the thing is that who should be part of the circle? That's the important part. Whom are we getting it? I am saying we can't get everyone into the circle because this is a place for people who have that kind of a mindset. So what kind of mindset? One, you have the mediator mindset. So no certifications, qualifications, trainings required. You just have to have the mindset, which is what you heard me say so many times. You don't make mediators in 40-hour factories. It is a person's evolution right from when they are born onwards. And what else goes into it, we also don't know. Is it a genetic makeup? Is it the value systems you brought up in? It's your experiences, your circumstances. What makes you who you are? So there's so much there. It's demeaning to mediators to say that we'll make you in a 40-hour factory. So that's one mindset. You can talk about this, then I'll tell you about the peacemaker mindset.
Right. Now, the peacemaker mindset it's absolutely that this mindset is different than the I will speak in Portuguese, it's easier.
Yeah, first the mediator mindset. First we have to talk about that.
O mindset do mediador é bastante diferente do mindset do dia a dia, coloquial do dia a dia, porque normalmente as pessoas elas têm uma forma de se comunicar que a forma de se comunicar já é o próprio conflito. É uma forma de se comunicar que you are judging the other and you are accusing the other. And it creates this way of communication is a conflict itself. But when you have the mindset of the mediator, it's the opposite. You hear more, you try to understand, you put yourself on the other place. This is a very different way of
Thinking. Yeah,
the
thinking. Yeah.
communication,
Communication.
and everything starts with the communication.
And so now the other one I'm saying is the peacemaker mindset, and I differentiate between the two. The peacemaker brings people together and expects them to sit together and whatever, if they can reach whatever solution to whatever their issues are, that's the best. But if they can't, then you bring in a person with the mediator mindset who can actually assist them in resolving it. So that's why I'm distinguishing between the two, only because in the long run, the peacemakers will have a certain role to play, which is actually reaching out to people, to finding out, do you have a dispute, trying to bring them together, which is a very important skill. And if they can't, then get the person, identify the people with the mediator mindset in their community and bring them together so for the mediation. So peacemakers have a very important role to play. Yes, Malu.
Yeah. And here you say that junte-se ao Círculo Mundial de Mediação como um pacificador. Se reunir as pessoas para resolver suas disputas for algo natural para você. Você também identificará aqueles com a mentalidade de mediador e reunirá mediadores e participantes em um círculo. Ou seja, people with this hearing and empathy behavior, né? That tries to bring people together, not split to govern. And we don't have the mindset that there is someone that will punish. And no, we construct the solutions. That's what mediators do.
Absolutely. And then you have and then you have the people. Please, yeah, you're saying something.
No, here you, and then you say here, junte-se ao Círculo Mundial de Mediação como participante. Se você tiver uma mentalidade de mediação e quiser resolver disputas de maneira amigável e colaborativa, você se beneficiará ao resolver disputas, ou obter paz de espírito e manter, ou até mesmo melhorar e curar seus relacionamentos. Tudo isso de maneira econômica e oportuna. Na verdade, também, aqui fica interessante também a gente acrescentar que fazer parte de um Círculo Mundial de Mediação é muito interessante, que você troca experiências com outras pessoas de outros países, outras culturas, outras mentalidades, e você vê que, e mesmo sendo de outras culturas, outras mentalidades, outras criações, outras nacionalidades, a mentalidade da mediação, ela existe, é um sentimento natural. É mais um sentimento natural do que um conhecimento adquirido. E é interessante também participar desse Círculo Mundial de Mediação, porque essa troca de experiências, você vê, você pode até comparar o seu país com outros países. Por exemplo, o Brasil tem uma alta taxa de litigiosidade. É um país bastante, qualquer coisa já se transforma num processo. Qualquer desavença com o vizinho já se transforma num processo. E as pessoas não priorizam o diálogo, não é?
Let's say hi to Constantia.
All right.
I will then go back to the screen, but we have to say I've seen her after a long time. She's become such a busy woman. Hi, Constantia. She is going to unmute herself. She's decided she will unmute. Constantia, you have to unmute yourself today, but you can speak in Portuguese. We're okay with that.
No, I tried. But you can speak in Portuguese. Just a minute. I was in another meeting. First, First of all, I'd like to, I wanted to make sure that I stop by to once again thank you for being so, there's
YouTube,
something
yeah,
wrong.
you're playing YouTube. Your YouTube thing is also
Am I on
open.
YouTube?
You,
Okay.
you have to, yeah, you have to shut that screen.
I have to, okay, let's start all over, just a minute.
Yeah, not a problem. Oh, she's gone. Okay. So, so basically, what we are saying is that of course, most important qualification is not there, which I should put it up. You have to be a good human being. It starts with that. We want good human beings. After that, whatever mindset you have, peacemaker mindset, mediator mindset, or mediation mindset, perfectly all right. But we want good human beings, Malu, and you have to say that in Portuguese. It's important for people to know that's the most important qualification.
Oh, yes. A principal qualidade de um mediador é mais um sentimento natural da pessoa, que você identifica, inclusive em pessoas que não nasceram, não são brasileiras, isso não é um privilégio do brasileiro ou do Vikram, ou, enfim, você identifica esse sentimento natural, essa mentalidade natural do mediador, você identifica em diversas pessoas de diversos países diferentes. É claro que a gente vai melhorando depois a mediação e a conciliação como um conhecimento adquirido na medida em que a gente vai fazendo cursos, isso vai se tornando uma ciência, né? Como, por exemplo, comunicação não violenta. É uma técnica que se usa nas mediações, e isso a gente aprende, né? Como aplicar essa técnica de comunicação não violenta. Você fala assim, mas existe só no Brasil? Não, a comunicação não violenta, aí você identifica que em várias partes do mundo isso já vinha sendo praticado e transmitido de um para o outro como uma ciência. Mas as pessoas que começaram, por exemplo, as mediações, os círculos colaborativos, os círculos restaurativos, essas pessoas começaram de forma natural, sendo elas mesmas, né? Tendo esse mindset, né? É muito interessante, por isso que eu acho que é muito interessante essa nossa troca aqui de experiências, e fazer parte de um círculo mundial. Isso é muito interessante, né?
Yes, now we have to say hi to Constantia. Now you okay, Constantia? You are with us?
Yes, I am. I'm sorry for such a lousy
Yes.
comment, but you were the one to blame because you opened up the screen to me and I didn't know I was already on YouTube. But first of all, again, I wanted to make sure that I would save at least 15 minutes of my morning because I need to run for my next appointment and it will be an in-person one. I have to drive and things like that. But I'd like to save again this quality time. It's not much, but it's quality. To congratulate you again for such an initiative. I haven't been participating as much as I would like to. Not because I'm busy, but I've been facing tight schedules, but it's been a worth going through this busy life, like I said, because mediation speaking up slowly but steadily. We have some challenges, but it's been already 8 years I've been in this community from Rio and from Brazil. I see progress, and I still have that goal to become a full-time mediator in this life, regardless of how much money I make with it. And this is obviously is part of the goal, but not necessarily the goal. And it means that I will need to invest like I've been doing in training and going all around and publicizing, socializing with people who might be potential users of mediation as mediators or as society. And now, Malu, nice meeting you. We have
Nice meeting you too, Constanza. Where are you from?
I'm from Rio,
I'm
city of
I,
Rio.
s-
Yeah.
normally we meet extremely polite people in Rio de Janeiro because we have our hearings here. Everything after the pandemic, everything is online, and we have many hearings with cariocas, com os cariocas, os Rio de Janeiro, from people from Rio de Janeiro, is extremely polite. We enjoy very much our hearings with people from Rio de Janeiro. And I would like to congratulate people from Rio de Janeiro that in Rio de Janeiro you have what we say the mediators and conciliators are they are treated more professionally than here in São Paulo. I mean, you say that é o juiz leigo, são os juízes leigos, and you are ahead of us, treating this like a professional issue, in fact.
Important thing what I want to point out is that Constantia spoke about the full-time mediator thing only because that my first symposium, which was mediation in our culture and traditions, Constantia, this was 2021. She participated in that and she said, my aim in life is, she said, in this life, I should be able to practice as a full-time mediator. And I kept repeating everywhere, the work that I'm doing is only so that Constantia can practice as a full-time mediator. That is my objective for the work I'm doing. So at least, look, she's saying things are getting better, which means my objective, even if I'm not maybe doing it, but my objective is being met in whatever way it's being met. So that's good. We're on the right direction, Constantia.
Yeah, let's keep going. And one of the reasons why I say that and I insist on the goal is because most of my time with my mediation mission, I call it a saga, you know. And it's been much of my time it's been dedicated to teaching and training. And the more I get in contact with people who are getting this kind of knowledge and training and education, you know, they feel so amazed. So it's such a gratifying feeling that they get, that it really pays off. Like I said, you know, I have in my teaching community, I have an average of 300 to 400 students per semester in the university, because we are connected. We have this remote classes, and it's so gratifying to see people's reaction to this message. Whatever we're talking about alternative dispute resolution, not necessarily only mediation or conciliation or arbitration, whatever. Restorative justice is picking up in Brazil, which I enjoy it very much. But the amount of people who are adhering to this spirit, to this environment. So the future is bright, I would say.
Yeah.
And also on my, like Malu was talking about how mediation and alternative dispute resolution is being carried on in our courts. I'm not comfortable to talk about judicial mediation alternative, because I don't belong to that group. I made this choice that I would be a private mediator, and in this area, in this field, the good news is that we are making progress too, but it's hard work. It's hard work.
But what you have to do, Constantia, is you have to, of course, work in creating mediation circles, whatever time you get. But have you read about the World Mediation Circle and the concept behind it on my website?
Yeah.
You read it? Read about
Sure.
it? Yeah.
Sure.
So basic idea is, one, the humanistic approach to dispute resolution, heart, soul, spirituality, which you heard me say enough times, being an important part. But there is the long-term objective, which I've also tried to put out there, is that, one, you're creating this space. So you're creating a community within a community who can sit together, have conversation, dialogue, look at consensus building without debates, activism, and advocacy. That's the important part. And the long-term, even long-term thing is that you can actually redefine politics, where instead of the colonial divide and rule, you move towards consensus building with mediators like you people as leaders. That's when things change. So those are the things we are working towards. But first thing is that we're creating them in schools, colleges, organizations, in communities, and then issue-based mediation circles. So I was going to take you through the ones that have been launched. But before that, what we were just looking at the website and just putting out there the place where information is available. So I had opened it in Portuguese, so that just in case people want to read it in that. But let me just quickly, we were almost at the end of that. Okay, all these schools, colleges, and all. And who are the people in it? The people, the mediator mindset, the peacemaker mindset, and the mediation mindset. But the most important qualification, Constantia, before you came in, we were discussing, is good human beings. We want good human beings. Everything else we can work out. And then there's a link to a form where people can fill this, and that's it. So of course, all the list of the mediation circles which have been launched are here. But let me take you through a quick slideshow, because our Constantia doesn't have too much time, as she says. So quick one, just to give you a broad idea as to, it's not just country based, that it is also issue based, those kind of things also. So quick one, I'll take you through. So basically you have the larger World Mediation Circle, which all these circles are part of. And then you have country wise. So you have India. Then you have the World Indigenous Peoples Mediation Circle. So similarly, we'll have a Brazil Indigenous Peoples Mediation Circle. One within the indigenous peoples, of course, you're creating a circle there, but you're also, with all the best practices there in relation to mediation, you bring that out. And then there are obviously, maybe in relation to certain countries, there are issues with indigenous people. Brazil, you'll tell me what the situation is. So the resolution of that, integration into society, where, I mean, if that is something which is an issue, we'll see. Then you have the International Reflective Practice Circle. We'll just create these circles where people can come together, share their experiences in the practice and learn from each other. Because like everyone says, it's a lonely profession. If it's a profession or not, again, it's a way of life, or is it a profession? We've discussed that. It's one of those things. So we'll create these circles for people to come and just have that conversation. Then we have the International Commercial Mediation Circle. Similarly, the Brazil Commercial Mediation Circle, people in that area who practice in that area. Okay, so Sustainable Development Goals, achieving the goals, mediators and mediation definitely have an important role to play. So goal number 17 itself talks about collaboration, and to achieve the goals, that's obviously important. So we have to highlight that the mediators and mediation have an important role to play in that. So one is the larger Sustainable Development Goals Mediation Circle. Then what I'm doing is, for each goal, launching a circle. So we launched the Gender Equality Mediation Circle on International Women's Day. So that's the kind of things we'll do for each of the goals. Then you have the World Refugee Mediation Circle. Similarly, the Brazil one. And then the same things can happen at the local level. I mean, you can go down as small as you want in terms of communities. Then the International Organizational Mediation Circle. Every organization to have a mediation circle. But here what I'm saying is that, look, be it communities, schools, colleges, wherever, organizations, we are going there asking that question, that who are the people in your community, school, college, organization who have what these three different things are. Okay, mediator mindset, peacemaker mindset, mediation mindset. So in that community also, you're creating a community of those people, and you're building capacity there of people who have that mindset, and developing a culture in organizations. So they have these people whom they can bring in wherever internally there's issues. But if you are creating that mediation circle in that organization, you are the face for mediation for them. So you come in when they want you to come in. They use internal resources when they need that. So we have to work it out. Gabriela is supposed to come in today also, but okay, she's the one who launched it. Obviously, you people know Gabriela for sure. And then we have the International Family Mediation Circle. So I'm saying down to every family, we create a mediation circle. So, but also people who practice in this area, family mediation, they come together and again learn from each other and share experiences. This is a game for people to experience conflict resolution. So we'll translate this into Portuguese and people can play the game. It's a simple thing, looking at how the game concept and conflict resolution theories and all work together. Then we have the school and college mediation circle. So like I said, every school and college, but we're not going there to teach them anything, Constantia. We are saying, there are people within you who have that mindset. Please tell us about your friends who helped someone resolve something. Tell us about them, bring them in, let them share their experiences, let them talk about it. So that part of it is the way I'm looking at the development of mediation, because the numbers that you need are huge. And so that has to come in from there. So Gabriela's also here. We have to say hi to her. Hi, Gabriela.
Hello, I'm very sorry to have missed so much and see dear faces here.
Look, I
Hello.
was just telling them about you also, because I had put up this slide. I mean, we were just going through the different mediation circles. So this slide was there. I was telling them Gabriela had launched this, and she's coming in, and you kind of came in at that time.
Okay. But I'm really, really sorry. At least I have some color to match the background.
So what I was doing was quickly taking, because Constantia wants to, I think she has a little time only. So I'm just taking them through the various mediation circles which have been launched. So if you want, I can go back and start again. We can do that.
No, before she starts speaking, I have to tell her, I miss you, Gabriela.
Me too.
So close and so far, but wish you luck.
Thank you very much. And well, we can meet eventually at the end of the year. Who knows? Let's plan.
That's good.
Malu doesn't know. Malu, Gabriela has moved to Switzerland. Okay, I mean, okay, you maybe don't know each other also. So
she's nice to meet you, Gabriela. So I am understand that you are a Brazilian that now lives in Switzerland.
Exactly.
Good, very good.
Malu, she's played a very important role in relation to the development of mediation in Brazil, which she'll tell us separately about that. So she's been, in terms of the legislation and everything, she's worked on that. But now, why did she launch the International Organizational Mediation Circle? Is because she's a mediator with the International Labor Organization in Geneva. So, and it's like I was saying, every organization should have one. So we have one example of someone who's actually a mediator in an organization, and we should create them everywhere. So that's how it is. So Gabriela, give you just 1 minute. We were just kind of finishing all the circles, which I think I should take you right from the first one. Should I?
Let's do it.
Quick one. Constantia, please don't go. Don't be in a hurry to leave. You just have to give us that 1 minute to take her through it, because since this is time she's come in from the organizational one, lots of more circles have been launched. So let's just take her through that. So Gabriela, the larger World Mediation Circle, World Wide Web of Mediation Circles, and then circles in that. So you have the country-wise, so India, then you have the World Indigenous Peoples Mediation Circle, then you have the International Reflective Practice Circle for everyone to come together and share their experience, the International Commercial Mediation Circle, and all that international global converts into the country. So we'll have the Brazil Commercial Mediation Circle. Then the UN Sustainable Development Goals, the larger circle, and then for individual goals. And I was just telling them the goal number 17 is about collaboration, and mediators and mediation have an important role to play. But we also launched for goal number 5, the Gender Equality Mediation Circle on the International Women's Day. And then we have the World Refugee Mediation Circle. And then we have, yes, of course, this one. Then the Family Mediation Circle. Down to every family, Gabriela, every family to have a mediation circle. This is a game for people to experience conflict resolution. So we'll circulate that for children, everyone, communities also, school and college. Then you have things like you have the environmental, climate change, natural disaster, sustainability. Again, down to every school can create one. So you have the global one, you have the national, and every school can have that. So people who are in some way involved in this or concerned about this, they can create that mediation circle there because it's local, global, they're all connected. So we do that. And then we have issue-based, so like the Israel-Palestine, similarly, or any other issue. So this is just one starting point on an issue. And then we'll have more than country-wise. So we have Barbados. Then this is a college which has created this. And they haven't used the word mediation. They've used the word Suleh, which is what I keep saying, that whatever people connect with. Process is what we are concerned with. We're not concerned with what name they want to use for that. So they're connected with that. So this is how the web works. This is the college. This is the Global College Mediation Circle. They're part of the India Mediation Circle. And they're part of the World Mediation Circle. So the connection with each other on that level. Artificial intelligence mediation circle. Every house today, every person has a mediator sitting there. Ask ChatGPT to be your mediator. Do it. At least you have one step ahead. You've moved one step ahead. And when humans are required, get the humans in, but don't miss out on this opportunity. You've got a mediator sitting in your house everywhere. And then of course over time we can create a platform which has a lot of more information. I tell you one thing that on the artificial intelligence is that artificial intelligence learns from data. Now issue is that mediations and the mediators are not really putting out in the public domain what goes on into mediation. So artificial intelligence doesn't have something to learn from. So maybe what we can do is all mediators put up a little summary of their mediations. What was the issue? Confidentiality totally can be protected. And then this was the issue. This is how we went about it. This is what the solutions, these are the solutions that came out. So this can learn from that. So we can, as we go along, I mean, it's a process. Then we have our World Mediation Circle gatherings, and we have Turkey, book. So Ecuador, this is a community that I live in. Ghana, we have the book concept. Okay, so now others are all country-based. So it's Ireland and Kazakhstan and Ecuador and Greece and Italy and Australia, France, Peru, Pakistan. Then this is the gender equality one. And then we have the gatherings. After the launches, we have gatherings. So we have a gathering every month of the Brazil Mediation Circle also. Mexico, this was nice. Mostly it happened in Spanish, but Rafa was the one who took it in Spanish. Zambia, this was really nice. These people work in relation to climate change in Zambia. So this was, for them, it will be a starting point where they start with climate change. So, and then we had Benin, and we have this today, and there's some more happening. So this is a larger picture.
But Vikram, I think at least I need to understand better the functioning of the circles. So you are absolutely wonderful in creating connections among people who might not know each other before, not like me and Constanza, who enjoyed each other's company before, but you are a great connector to all of us. So through the circles, what do you expect from us?
Okay, so what I'll do is, can I put it up in Portuguese? I put it up in Portuguese. It's all on my website on mediatorvikram.com, but I'll take you through it because that's what we did when we started off. I just Bamalu was there actually. So this is where I've spoken about what the concept is. So one, World Wide Web of mediation circles. So that's what I just told you, why it's a web. Then I did put out a definition of mediation, took it from the Singapore Convention, but added these 3 words, which are in italics. That's voluntary, informal, and with a trusted person. Because this is what we're talking about, that through the court system, these 3 words just were removed from the definition. And these are important for me in relation to mediation. So let's put it out there that this is the way I look at it, that's the way the process goes, because this trusted person is a very important thing in the whole, that's the very important link. And this is why when I tell you what the concept of the circles is, that you realize that we are only picking up trusted people and taking them forward, and that trust with them develops in the larger community, and then we build from that. So what is it? Okay, a humanistic approach to dispute resolution, and where heart, soul, spirituality play an important role. And Gabriela knows how much I talk about that. So we've spoken about it enough times.
And I love it.
Yes. And then, I mean, the thing is that, of course, these elements are important. But then what is it, as we go along, like you said, objective? Of course, resolving disputes, yes, important. But then you're creating a community within a community of people who have, I'll take you through that, mediator, peacemaker, mediation mindset. But you're creating a space, a safe space for conversations, dialogue, collaboration, and consensus building without debates, activism, or advocacy. So now you've moved away from individuals, and now you've created a community which believes in that process. I'm saying it doesn't have to be everyone in the community who can come together, because one of the most important qualification is that you have to be a good human being. So we have to get good human beings in. But important thing is now people can actually sit together and look at even local issues, and then reach, okay, attempt to reach consensus. But at least you're creating a space of the kind which is not really developed, because a lot of people don't benefit from that. Activism, advocacy, a lot of funding and everything happens. But why would you create a space where everyone can have good conversations? Why would you create a place for dialogue? Whom does it benefit? And this is where the next step is, that you redefine politics, where you move away from the colonial legacy of divide and rule to consensus building with mediators as leaders. So this is the role that you people have to play in. Look, this is local, national, global. We need mediators as leaders, because you want someone to bring you together. But this divide and rule, which is a colonial legacy, hundreds of years of society being conditioned towards that, moving away from it, obviously will take time, because you're creating a whole different space. And it hasn't been too long. We've been free from the colonial rule only about 77 years. 1947 we got free. You people maybe a little earlier. But so it's a conditioning which will take some time to change, but at least let's start moving towards that. So it might be a small group, small circle, but if people can come together and look at solutions rather than like I said, the activism, advocacy, debate concept, maybe we can maybe change things as we go along, and then create them in various places, schools, colleges. And I just showed you the kind of things we have. And we have then the people with the mediator mindset. For me, qualifications, certifications, those are not important. It is the mindset which is important. And then you have the peacemakers. The peacemakers is the person who can actually bring people together, which means people in dispute, to bring them together. That's also an important skill. We need them. And then they actually can then create that environment where people can't sit together and resolve things, bring a mediator in, which again is identified within that community itself. And then you have the people who believe that, yes, you should sit together and resolve things. So they have the mediation mindset. And that's the basic thing. And there's a little form that people fill. So here, what I want to put out, and I've been telling people, all you have to do is just send out that one question. Do you know someone who helps people resolve fights, disagreements, misunderstandings, miscommunication, whatever word? Just tell us those names, wherever they are, schools, colleges, organizations, communities. Once those names come to us, let's bring them into the circle. Then they will share their experiences into what were the issues that they resolved, because now we moved out of the mediation world. These are people who don't even know they're doing mediation. They don't even know they are mediators, because that word is not used for them, but it's a process they're familiar with, so that they can actually share their experiences, which might be so simple. In a college, someone will tell you that there was some relationship issues between my friends, and I came in and this is what I did. Same thing with the people whom they benefited. They'll say, okay, this friend of ours, they helped us do this. What did the person do? They'll tell us what the person did. Now we say, okay, this is what they did is mediation. This person is a mediator. So we are working reverse now. We're not throwing the concept onto them. We're letting them tell us about it and then putting a word to it, which could be mediation or anything else in Portuguese which they connect with. I mean, that's perfectly all right. So we ground upwards. This is the way we work. So they come, share their experiences. We might record that little experience, but we'll also have a little newsletter, which could be a Brazil newsletter, plus at the local level in the school, they can have a newsletter where these experiences are recorded, so that people get to connect with something which is happening around them. They also then identify those mediators who are around them and connect with them. So what are we doing? We're just putting a little structure around an informal activity which is happening all the time, and making them connect with something which definitely is happening, but it's not something that they see outside, because between friends it's happening inside some room that they're sitting in. They're not doing it publicly, so people even don't know that there are good people out there who actually do it from the heart. So Gabriela, that's the kind of concept, but it's a work in progress like everything I do. So we keep refining it. So your thoughts on that?
Well, first of all, I think you are incredible, because you don't only have the ideas, but you put them in practice and you push people to do the same, which is what the world really needs. We have a lot of theoretical greatness, but in terms of practice, only a few actually do. So this is important. I also find it very important to foster these embryos of mediation. And I'm saying that with all humility, because there's a lot of hard work that in theory we wouldn't call mediation, but which has exactly the same purpose, and many times is what a community, a culture, sorry, would need at that moment and be available at the moment. Because, and I'm saying that because many times we mediators, we are so crazy about what we do. We love it so much. We believe it's so great. But many times when we don't have the perfect scenario, we just don't do anything. And perfect is not from this world. So many times we lose opportunities of being helpful because the conditions are not ideal. So I am a strong supporter of not just good intentions, but practice. Even when sometimes, of course, it's not just doing anything, it's educated practice, but adjusting to whatever is possible and whatever is needed and whatever is accepted. So being humble enough to be helpful.
Very nicely said. We have to take out these clips. These are the clips we have to take out. All these words of wisdom that flow out. We need all of them. So now the thing is that, look, the other thing is that why would people want to be part of the circle? One is, why would mediators want to be part of the circle by itself? I mean, I tell them that, look, you are now creating a circle where you are the face of mediation for that little or big, whatever circle you create. So now, although you are creating capacity within that community or organization or school or college, but what you are doing really is that you are also saying that I'm available. So yes, you identify those people who are within your community or school or college who have that mindset, and tell people about that so they can get in touch with them directly, and that whole culture develops. But okay, I practice as a full-time mediator, or at least we are attempting that Constantia practices as a full-time mediator. But so someone practices as that, so that person is available for them. And then if you create a circle in a college, say, now those students in the college, yes, they create that environment in their college, but those college students are also part of communities and families. They take it there. So in a way, they're marketing your practice also, because they're taking you with them. Although in their community also, you're asking them to find out who those people are with that mindset. They're going to identify them, but they also need someone, maybe sometimes a support. Maybe they can make you a co-mediator. But so we need good people like you to be handling large number of matters. So it's because that's the way, then only good things happen, when good people are available to a large number of people. So in a way, you've distributed the mediation work also by making them co-mediators. So they'll do a lot of work on their own, but they come to you at a point when maybe your expertise is required, so that you can handle a large number of matters. And of course, you're doing good also for the community, and you feel good about that also. But at the same time, a lot of mediators, definitely we have to create work for them as full-time mediators. So this way, yes, Gabriela. You're saying something.
No, I was just going to say that there is also the benefit of the exchange of experience, because what we do is very lonely most times. And it's important to have someone to exchange experience, of course, with the due respect to confidentiality, but to exchange best practices, and also to have ideas on how to intervene in a certain circumstance that we have not done before, or that has been showing specifically some challenges and so on. So these networks are very important, and I actually need the glass. These networks are very important for even experienced people.
So this is why we have this circle. This is the International Reflective Practice Circle. So we'll have a Brazil Reflective Practice Circle.
You have everything, Vikram. We say it, you have it. It's incredible.
That's why I put it up. So everything has been thought about. It's all out there. Now it's just about getting people into it, getting the right people. But Gabriela, we have to be selective. We can't have everyone. We need good people, good human beings, good energy. Only because when I'm sitting in this Zoom session, because I have good energy right now, I feel good. So that's what we keep. Look, work should happen, but you should also feel good in that moment. So that's why when we bring good people, you have good energy, it feels good. So that's, I mean, you don't, I mean, we're not saying that, yes, some people are just left out, but they can come in at a point of time when their mindset becomes the sort where they fit into the circle. So a little bit of a selective process might have to happen, which I leave to you. I mean, totally up to you, whom you feel, but I think you'll be able to identify the right people. That's what I believe.
Well, I'm out of Brazil, so I think Constância and Malu are more prone to identify good people in Brazil right now. I'm completely out of this circle. So I have my belonging, because, of course, once you belong, you're never leave to belong, cease to belong. But
with so many years of experience in Brazil, you know the good people. But look, we need good faces for the communities, for the organizations, for the schools, colleges to know, yes, for them also it's a direction. Because finally, what do we want? Whoever we identify, people who have that mindset, when we bring them forward, we also have to show them a path where this can be their livelihood. So that's what we also have to do. That's why you people as practicing mediators need to be out there to give them that kind of a support. Because finally, look, good people, you won't find so many of them who have that mindset. So we have to use them, and we have to take them forward with us and create that environment where they can actually practice. And I will not repeat it because, but Gabriela, I don't know whether you heard me say that Constantia was part of the 2021 symposium, and she said in her lifetime, she wants to see that she can practice as a full-time mediator. So if you do know, all the work I do is only so that Constantia can practice as a full-time mediator. That's all. All this is only for that, nothing else. So that's what we need to do. All the good people who have that mindset should be able to practice on a full-time basis.
Thank you very much. I hate to interrupt you, but Gabriela and Malu, I made my entrance a lousy one. 1st attempt was a lousy one because I was on YouTube. I was in I was so eager to be part of it. I don't have much time, but it's still, like I said, it's quality time. I wanted to make sure that I come here and tell him and everyone else who is here now or will be with us how great this initiative has been, and I'm very proud of being a part of it since the early beginnings. And I have to run now because this goal of mine is becoming more and more reality, and mediation speaking up. And I have my next appointment is a in-person one, and I have to drive and I have to really run now. But it's been a pleasure to be here. It's been very rewarding being a part of the circle, and you know that in my own humble way, in my small world here, I've been pursuing the saga. It's a saga for me, you know.
Saga, yeah.
It's a saga, yeah, and I'll hold on to it whenever and know my capacities. Okay, so
Thank you.
Gabriela, I kiss you. I kiss you, Malu, because this is the Brazilian way of saying goodbye. We kiss.
Beijo.
Kiss.
Beijo.
Até depois.
Yeah,
See you
soon.
there. See you
Yeah.
soon. Até
Constanza,
depois.
Happy Easter.
but we are going to
Happy
be meeting every month on the 4th, Tuesday? Today's Tuesday, on the 4th Tuesday of the month. Okay.
Okay.
So on 23rd of April, same time. Okay.
Ok.
Happy Easter.
See you. Thank you for coming.
See you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Constanza.
So now
Okay.
what needs to be done, Gabriela, is now in Portuguese. Whatever I've said, now please tell us in Portuguese what the concept is, what you think about it, and how we take it forward. I'm okay with Portuguese.
You want me to say in Portuguese the summary of what we have learned together here? That's it?
Yes.
I invite Malu to start and then I'll follow.
No, she took us through that. She when we started, we went through the website in Portuguese. So she has spoken about it in Portuguese. So now you came in and what your thoughts are. So at least we get a different summary, maybe. So what do you think?
Ok. Então, o objetivo dos círculos é conectar pessoas que têm a prática da mediação e que podem ajudar outros mediadores a fazerem também ganhar a vida como mediadores, porque esse é um objetivo, um sonho de muitos, difícil para a maioria, mas vale a pena ser um objetivo que vale a pena ser perseguido.
That's it?
Exatamente.
That's short.
Apenas a título de complemento, Gabriela, o Brasil é tido como um dos países com o maior grau de litigiosidade, ou seja, é o oposto do objetivo da mediation, que a mediation é um mindset de agregar, de construir soluções. E o litígio, ele tem uma espiral, né? Aquela que a gente aprende depois na doutrina, né? A espiral do litígio, muitas vezes é uma coisa que é uma ideia que um tem do outro, que o outro nem falou, mas já está, às vezes a própria forma de se comunicar já dá o start do litígio. Então, como a gente fala, né, muito ruído nas comunicações. E o papel do mediador é o oposto, é identificar esses ruídos nas comunicações, é mais para o understanding do que para o disagreement, né? E é claro que as pessoas têm formações diferentes, culturas diferentes, ideias diferentes, e o mundo hoje está muito polarizado, o que também dificulta demais o papel do mediador. Porém, se você for pensar por um outro lado de ver o copo, assim, é aí que o papel do mediador é mais importante, tirar
Percebo.
essas arestas, essa polarização, falar assim, nossa, como se chegou nisso, não é? E, e como você disse, no início, é uma tarefa extremamente difícil, porque a cultura é justamente outra, é a cultura do litígio, a cultura da sentença e a cultura do litígio. Então, até a gente desfazer tudo isso para construir uma cultura de paz, isso vai levar um tempo ainda, né?
Você sabe que o Brasil é o único país que tem no preâmbulo da Constituição a menção à resolução pacífica de controvérsias? É o único país.
Maravilhoso, não sabia disso.
Não quer dizer que isso seja posto em prática,
É,
mas
é,
cumprir.
é.
E
Que
essa
coisa
dificuldade é
interessante.
muito grande, realmente. Eu entendo perfeitamente o que você falou. É um país que se estrutura muito em cima do judiciário, em cima. É o país que tem mais faculdades de direito do planeta, inclusive existem fontes de dados dizendo que o Brasil tem mais faculdades de direito do que o resto do planeta inteiro somado. E,
É,
obviamente, isso gera uma cultura de usar,
litígio. É,
usar
é,
esse conhecimento. Mas o povo brasileiro, ele tem muita dificuldade de falar de conflito. E é exatamente por isso que acontecem os piores conflitos, porque não é visto, tratado, integrado desde o início, como em outros lugares se aprendeu a fazer por vários motivos, inclusive o alto custo de entrada no judiciário. No Brasil, não é caro para entrar, é caro para sair. Mas aí você já entrou e já afundou o custo. Então, isso é um ciclo que, para mudar isso, precisa ter talvez uma hecatombe nuclear e recomeçar. Mas, enquanto isso, o potencial para mediação se faz presente, né? E a intenção
exato.
é um povo que, ou bem ou mal, com todas as dificuldades que todos os países têm, de uma certa forma, é um povo acolhedor, é um povo que abraça a diversidade e tem sede de paz, né? A gente tem sede de paz. E talvez a gente reconheça
Verdade.
isso com mais humildade que em outros lugares também, né?
But Gabriela,
Verdade.
Gabriela, have you been speaking in Portuguese lately?
Why do I speak so badly?
No, 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 no. I'm just thinking that it's
Em português, né?
I'm sure it's feeling nice to speak in Portuguese, but I don't know how much do you get to speak in Portuguese these days.
Not much. At home, for sure, but not much.
Yeah, so I can see that. No, but I mean, I can see that maybe it's not like, someone who speaks in Portuguese regularly is not sounding like that.
No.
She's like slowly thinking about what she has to say.
Oh, that is something that I try to do all the time in every language.
Can someone teach me that?
I try because I can't.
Okay, so with one thing, of course, I mean, I told you next time, the next one is the fourth Tuesday, but on the 8th of April, what I want to do is a gathering of the International Organizational Mediation Circle, because this young ombuds in the US, he passed away. Very young guy, very nice guy. He was on my event. So what I did was, it's his birthday on the 8th of April. So I thought maybe we'll just have a gathering of the International Organizational Mediation Circle, just a little remembering him, and maybe get his family also. Because last time I did one on the Ombuds Day. I did that, remembering him. So I called his family also. It was really nice. So I thought 8th of April we'll do that. So if same time on 8th of April. So please, if you can, please drop in. So it's a, I mean,
I'm looking here at the calendar, to be honest.
yeah. So basically 5 p.m. Geneva time.
I will be traveling. It will be impossible.
Okay. No
I'll be in the middle of travels, so sorry.
No issue at all. So that's well, this is what happens. I mean, we do gatherings. So we do the launch, then we do gatherings of the circle. So that gathering will happen. But okay, so this is general concept. That means understood. Now only what are the next steps? That's what the main thing is. So I'm saying whoever you know, because you people might not get time, but whoever you know, could be schools, colleges, organizations, communities, just tell them about the concept. I mean, if whatever little bit is on the website, they can read it there also. And you can tell them about the next gathering, which is going to happen on the 4th Tuesday of April. And you can send them the Zoom link and just tell them to come in. You have the mindset, just drop in. So it's not, and we have now, like I said, we have to move away from the mediation world, and people should feel part of it, not in this, okay, this is some technical rocket science, we don't know what it's about. Oh, I don't know, this is for mediators. No, you are part of it, you know the process, you know those people. Please come in, we'll share our thoughts, and then they can create circles in their school, college, community, organization, and that's how we'll grow. So please send the message out, and let's grow the circle. Is going to it'll take its time. I know it's going to take its time. It's not something which is going to happen immediately, but let's plant the seeds. And I'm telling you, you people will be really happy when you actually listen to those children in school and college talking about them resolving. First of all, I'm not going to use the word conflicts and disputes. With them, it is whatever. It could be fights, misunderstandings, whatever word they want to use. But this college that I created, this circle, this boy there, he said in his family, he's already helped resolve 2 disputes within his family, and he's in college. So that's what I keep telling people, that it's all there. Wisdom has no age. It's not age based. The young people who have the wisdom, they have the skill. So all I'm telling them is go out. You feel, yes, this is the way, this is what you really feel like doing. Tell people about it. Tell your community about it. Tell your family. If you have a dispute, let me help you. If you can't, first of all, you learn from it. That's how you evolve, by actually practicing it. And if you can't do it, okay, you have these mediators. We have people who are practicing, bring them in. So it's again expanding work for mediators also, but also the right people we are putting out there. First of all, the user experience has to be good. Only then mediation takes off. So we're putting the right people. We know who those people are with the mediator mindset. People practicing as mediators, we select out of them. We are selective about that, but at least we put the right people there. So that in a community also, one good experience, word of mouth can really spread. So that's the way we'll slowly take it forward. And then we'll have lots of circles. Every school, every college, every organization, every community has to have a mediation circle in the world.
Right. Making the world a better place to live. Yeah, I agree.
No, the satisfaction that I get, like today we were on the golf course, and obviously discussion on politics obviously starts with people. I stay away from it because I don't even know what's happening in terms of politics in the country or the world. But I told them, look, I'm doing my little bit. This is my little bit, because of course what is already happening, like I said, the reasons for it, and you can't blame anyone. If divide and rule has been the way governance has happened, people are just following that path. So at least I said, look, at least I'm trying this. I'm creating this space. I'm trying to get those people into it. Whatever happens, how fast or slowly it happens doesn't matter. All I'm telling everyone is just take that step. You'll feel good about it. That at least I tried. So it's not about us criticizing and complaining about what's happening. Oh, let's do our productive step towards changing things. Whatever way it happens, good things will happen. Good people, when they get together, good energy comes together, good things will happen.
That is true.
That's true.
So
That's
get
right.
good energy. We have to get good energy in. We have to get good people in. So like I said, the only qualification is to be a good human being. That's all.
All human beings are good somewhere.
Okay. Somewhere. So yeah, we have to look. Like I said,
Huh?
this is what I said. Look, the thing is that they're all maybe maybe they're all good human beings, but that part of it needs to come out. So whenever it comes out, come in. You're not being excluded.
We have
But-
to put them together. That's
yeah.
that's it.
Okay, I unfortunately really need to go because there's someone waiting for me for 16 minutes now.
No, one more
I
minute. They'll have to
understand
wait.
the
One
I
more minute.
cannot.
They'll have to wait one more minute for
I
you to give us your final thoughts or your words of wisdom before you leave. Yes, please. 30 seconds, 1 minute, whatever it takes,
Me?
Gabriela. Yes,
Me?
before you leave. Yeah.
Okay, in English, right?
Yes. So I can also hear the good things.
Okay. So the circle of circles is the circle of human beings who are always trying to bring their best to surface and to deal with their worst in a way that doesn't harm themselves and other people so much. Sometimes they're not conscious about it. But for those who may be in doubt on how to do it, follow Vikram because there's always an answer there. And there's always some good content to be inspired by.
So nice. This is what I needed. Look, now she knows. Whenever I say last words, this is what I need. So Gabriela, thank you very much for coming in. And yes, whenever you have time, we'll do the gathering of the International Organizational Mediation Circle, and then spread that word and let's get people into in the organizations how to take it forward. We'll discuss that. So thank you very
Wonderful.
much. See you.
Prazer, Malu.
Muito prazer, Gabriela. Hope
Bye.
to see you soon.
Bye.
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 But tell me, for see you, they say you say nos vemos and you say woe watch what is that? I saw two when
We
I did.
say see you. Até depois.
I don't know. When I did it in Google Translate, what I got was two different things. I don't know. I put that out. One was somewhere time nos vemos came in, which is actually in Spanish. So that's. But it
No,
comes out in
it's in-
Portuguese also. It shows me in Portuguese also because that's the problem sometimes.
Portuguese is we say things like
Yes.
a porta dormiu aberta. So only Brazilian people can understand. See you, ver você. Oh, so
Is that okay?
but in Portuguese you see, not see you. See you.
So you have to tell me.
Até mais. Até like bye bye. See you.
That's what I
But if
need.
you want the verb to see, you see.
This is that. This is that verb, is it?
That's it.
Okay, so this is incorrect. That's the problem. I'll tell you with Google Translate, the way it translates sometimes too literal. While actually, yeah, too literal. I think that see,
Yeah,
like you
the
said, see
meaning
to see.
is you have to make an interpretation of the meaning.
Yeah, that's why I don't know, because the thing is that when you write a message to someone and if you want to use something which people can relate to and you ask Google Translate to do it and you, like you said, you won't connect with that. It is like see. Like
See you. No, see you is different than you see.
Yeah, you exactly. Exactly. So the other person who's going to get the message is going to say, what is this person saying?
Okay. Vikram, I have a hearing starting soon in 10 minutes. And
so your little,
it's
your
always,
little conclusion.
always
But-
immense pleasure being here, participating in your in your shows, in your palestras, your lectures. And you are, like Gabriela said, you are an inspiration, and may you have enough ideas and time and to continue your work. And your work certainly makes the world a better place to live.
So nice, Malu.
Okay.
So nice to hear these things. But now we are moving towards actually implementing on the ground, because we've had so many discussions and everything, all those events. And now from that understanding that we've had, let us see, because up till you don't start from the ground upwards, things are not going to take off the way we want them to. Yeah,
Yes,
perfect.
right,
Thank you very
Vikram.
much, Malu.
So
Lovely talking
I
to you, like
agree.
always.
I thank you. Like
Yeah.
always, a pleasure.
All right,
Thank you,
and you know,
Vikram.
you've put the date for the next gathering. I hope you've done
Yes,
that.
okay, I will do that.
Yeah. All right. See you.
Bye bye,
Bye.
Vikram.
Bye.
See you soon.
See you soon. In
See you
Portuguese.
soon.
In Portuguese.
Até depois.
Até
Até
depois.
breve.
Okay.